Hello everybody, and welcome to Nurse Monday. I'm a registered nurse by profession, and this is a show I do each week that brings a thought from the nurse's perspective. Sometimes the thoughts come from messages or comments, so please don't hesitate to share your thoughts with me. My name is Zach Gordon. I'm a registered nurse, and I started off as janitor in the nursing homes. I worked my way up as a CNA, LPN, then now I'm an RN, and each week I come live to Facebook just to talk about a different thought. And tonight I want to bring the thought of a forensics patient. So what that means is that this patient is coming from jail and they need to come to the hospital for some sort of complaint. When that happens, when someone gets admitted into the hospital that is in custody, they end up having two guards that are with them at all times. And that is for the safety of us and the safety of them and the safety of everybody else, whatever could happen. Also, the safety of the worker. So anyway, what my question is tonight, and a lot of these different topics I bring on Nurse Monday are just different thoughts I want to bring. I'm not answering them, and I'm not giving you all the resolution. I just want to let you know, as a nurse, what I'm seeing and what's going on, and offer it up there and let's talk about it. Let's bring it to the table and let's discuss it and let's make things better. So the point of this tonight isn't that these people shouldn't have the two guards and we want to reduce the safety of the people around them, but the point of this statement is, if it was a World War II veteran who was confused that is at a fall risk to break their hip, we don't have the staff, or we don't have the availability, or the money's not there to give this person that sort of care. What I'm seeing here is our tax dollars, or wherever it's spent, however they're allocated, are put for both of these services. Both of these sources are paid for by someone else. Or, that gets a little confusing. The taxpayers are the payer source for both of these services a lot of time, whether Medicare or whether it be someone that's in forensics, that's in custody. Where does this money come from? And the statement and the question I bring is, who chooses to allocate the funds like this? Why wouldn't we have one guard with these people? Or if there's money for this, actually I shouldn't say it like that, because like I said, I don't want to reduce the safety. There's two guards there for a reason. We need to maintain safety in the hospital. If these patients are in custody, they're in custody for a reason, and we need to maintain that. So I shouldn't say to reduce this, but why is the money being allocated for the prisoner and the money isn't being allocated for the patient? That's the way I want to say it tonight. So, what I was trying to say is, when someone's admitted that was in custody with the police, they have two guards with them at all times. There's a lot of times where there's patients that need one-on-one care. Maybe they're just confused. Maybe they're sad and lonely. Whatever it may be, we need more hands on deck, and a lot of the reason is because there's not the money. And I would almost think that I would almost bet that nursing is the only profession where if you're short-staffed, you just make do. I mean, and there's a lot of other things where that happens, but if it's in a factory, if someone's not there to run that machine's not running. There's been times where I worked in the nursing homes where a nurse didn't show up, that hall was split amongst these other people. Like, what do? These people have to be taken care of. And it's always, in healthcare, it's always been there's not enough money. How can we take care of these people? And if you look back at a show I did about a year ago, I talked about nursing homes. And if you're in the middle class and if you're a working class person, you should care about the standard of care of the people in nursing homes, because you will be there, most likely. And if you look at the trend, the baby boomer population, the growth of population compared to the worker and the money, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And eventually, I don't know what's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of different things that may happen, and they're working really hard to come up with some bills to hopefully fix it. But that being said, there's still issues, and us as healthcare workers, and you as the people watching this show tonight, comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me some different scenarios in healthcare and your experience as being a patient, as being a healthcare worker. What can you bring to the table as a thought to talk about? I just don't understand how the funds are being allocated for the prisoner and the funds are not being allocated for the World War II veteran. I think that the people who are in our nursing homes, the people who built this country it is what it is today, I think it's in a serious condition that needs reforming, and what can we do to make it better, and that's a big part of this show. And so that's the question I asked today, is why are the funds being allocated for this when the funds aren't being allocated for that? And what could we do to make this better? And if you guys have a thought, or you have Zach, if you want to tell me why it is that way, please feel free to comment below and tell me what you think it is, or why it is that way. I like I said, I don't want to reduce the people that are with the prisoners, or the whatever you would call it, the patients at this point, because they're admitted into the hospital, but they have 2 armed guards with them at all times. But I don't want to reduce that, because we got to maintain safety, and there's 2 guards there obviously for a reason. But what I want to do is, the veterans of this country, they deserve so much better than what we're giving them right now. And a lot of the times it's the World War II veteran. I will agree, Miss Rivas. Thank you for commenting. And we used to joke about it all the time when I worked at the nursing homes. We would joke that, oh man, someone in jail or someone in prison gets a better treatment than some of these people. But now that I've been working in an acute care setting, and so I see patients that come and go, I see 2 armed guards that are paid a fair wage, or I don't know even what they make, but we see 2 armed guards that are with them the entire time. And so the funds are being allocated for this, so it's proof that they're being treated, I don't know, better, but the manpower is there, the people power. We need the people power, and that's what we're missing a lot of times in nursing. And I'm just wondering, the distribution of the funds, and wonder if we can make it better. And a lot of times it's in the nursing home where we just needed more hands on deck. We just needed more help. You could give people great care. Nursing homes aren't a bad place. They have a very bad rap around things, but it's a great place to be around people that are your same age and that enjoy the same things as you. And I thought it was a great place on a lot of levels, but also I think that there's a lot of rooms for improvement, and so why not talk about them? So if you guys have any thoughts, please put them below. Head over to memesto.com. That is a tool that we created to improve the condition of the geriatric population and anybody that's touched by confusion. I bring these thoughts to you to let's talk about it. Let's bring it out, and this is a great platform where we can all talk about it. So Merce Monday is a weekly show that I do, and I'm glad that you joined me tonight. And please come back again next Monday. And you guys have a good night.